Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of Hammered and Cheese. I am your host, Dino the Genetic Marvel, and with me is Chef Cole. Hi, Cole. How are you?
What up?
Cole is already one in the bag, everyone, and he is currently drinking two in the bag. He is drinking doubles in a highball. We already have Square Table Degenerates in the comments saying Cole Clayton has like 2 White Claws and his DMing single moms. That doesn't take 2 White Claws. Let's be honest. He will do that totally sober.
Come on, I can do that with my eyes closed at this point.
That's just how he rolls, people. That's just how he rolls. So what we were thinking was just because well, Cole has a background having enraged people at restaurants for most of his life. Both as an employee and as a client. I personally, I was a waiter a long time ago. Never worked in the back or anything, but I do love cooking. Single moms are easy. Well, listen, at least they were at some point. That's kind of how you end up like that.
They're always busy.
Well, and they but they do listen.
They want to be easy. Trust me, they want to be.
Big, shockingly easy. Well, they try. They try. I actually a close friend, Quincy Martin. Up here, he's a comedian. He has an entire set based on single moms and how they always have the best snacks. So it's like, you can go hang out with them and you're gonna get some great snacks. Which I'm like, that is a selling feature, people. That is a selling feature. So.
I dated this cougar for a small period of time. She had like a 15-year-old kid, and she had a couple other younger kids.
Yeah.
And she was like, I don't have a babysitter. I was like, well, does your oldest babysit? She's like, yeah, but he only works for pay. And I'm like, so like any babysitter. She was like, yeah. So I gave him $50.
That's good.
To go on a date with his mom, and then I slowly realized that this dude just pimped out his mom.
A little bit. All right, Joey, Dino, 896 subs. Nice. Well, we'll see. I don't know. It's fluctuating a lot. I'm not sure if somebody's playing a trick on me, but who knows? That's all right.
896 subs. You got 896?
Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. You were at like 600 the other day.
Yeah.
Congrats, man. You're almost there.
Thank you. Well, I'm trying something. Listen, that's what happens when you show your butthole on YouTube, people. No, that's
That's all it takes?
Listen,
good to know.
Find me on OnlyFans. I'm there. That's
I'm gonna go.
Somebody has. So today we thought we would share some recipes. We're gonna try and do this, but also too, as we go for the minute counter, which we're almost at 3 minutes, Cole is going to take a sip of his double highball. He's drinking Tito's and iced tea, it looks like. And essentially,
no. Cran pineapple.
Cran pineapple. It is twice the chance of diabetes. It's perfect. Let's see. Cole,
so what am I doing? Every minute I gotta take a sip?
Every minute you take a sip.
Probably cut that down.
So far, you don't need prompting. You're just hitting it like you can't. He's already 2 in people,
good,
so
bro.
It's fine. So we are making. I love how we know what pacing is, but just for comedy and performing and things like that. But they're like, "Well, you got to pace your drinking." You're like, "What?"
We're both
drink as fast as I can.
300-pound club at some point, you know.
Well, listen, I got to the 500-pound club because I was like 300, not enough. I can do more. Cole realized that she didn't have any kids and there was no girl. He gave $50 to his. Hey, you do what you have to do.
Were you there?
Cole would 100% show his balls and butthole on OnlyFans if there was a market. Listen, there's always a market.
I'm actually working on an OnlyFans idea. So we'll talk later.
If DJ Khaled can have an OnlyFans, we can all have an OnlyFans. That's just how science works, people. Just trust the science. Asking Dino about pacing is like asking Atlas for directions to the Trump rally. Also fair. That is not an unreasonable statement. Also, I did not know that Atlas was a right winger, but hey, that's fine. We're all learning today. People.
Atlas knows. He knows.
Atlas always know where degenerates are. It comes with a name. Like he's like, I rule the world. I feel like he's a bad Inspector Gadget villain. Maybe that's on me? I don't know.
With that name, Atlas Novak, probably.
Atlas Novak. He definitely sounds like a villain, but like not like a
twirly mustache villain.
He's like Trapjaw from He-Man. You're like, he's not Skeletor, right? Probably Evil Lyn. He could pull off Evil Lyn, but okay. So as our first recipe, as you can see from below, it said episode 1. We're doing meatloaf. Now, Meatloaf is a good, enjoyable meal. Just because it's fairly simple and you can just throw it in the oven and cook it up. Also, it will last a couple days, so it is a good recipe to have, people. And we also he's that villain from Inspector Gadget with the cat, Dr. Claw. He's not just a villain; he's a doctor. Okay, and realistically, I think I feel if you can't see Atlas's hairline, it doesn't count, right? Because that's part of his villainous ways is his hairline. That's definitely how it works. So, all right, Cole. So, what are we doing for today? We are making meatloaf. Okay, so I'm writing this down. So, meatloaf. Where do we start with the meatloaf?
The first thing I want to do is. Are you supposed to be reminding me to take a sip? I gotta take 2 sips now.
Well, listen. 1 and 2. Leftover meatloaf is so good. That is true. Also, too, you can fry it up like a steak in a frying pan and get a little crust on it too. There's a lot of versatility when it comes to meatloaf. People.
That's kind of sort of what I'm going to be ending up doing. Is this is probably going to be a meal for tomorrow as well. So first thing, you probably can't really see that too well, but the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my shit to 350, and it automatically sets to 350 when I first start it. So all I got to do is hit 2 buttons and it's good to go. All right.
So buy an oven with a set of 350. That way you only have to press 2 buttons, people. That's how you start.
2 buttons, especially when you're drinking, it's way easier.
Well, that is just science. That's just science. Okay. So we're going to preheat the oven for 350 degrees in anticipation of putting together the meatloaf. Where do we go from there?
All right. So the next thing I kind of want to do is start with now I'm doing meatloaf my style. So this isn't like a basic recipe by any means.
Full style means it does have some human flesh, but it's only his own, so he's a cannibal. Don't worry, people.
All right.
Meatloaf with a piece of American cheese on there. Oh my God. Joey is not a high class hooker. He is a low grade hooker. Okay.
There we go.
We're good. Yeah, we're good.
All right, cool. All right, so I want to turn this kind of like on maybe 3 low, wherever your preference is.
Medium low heat on a big burner.
And then I'm going to use real butter because I'm not like an animal.
Real butter because he's not a commie.
And I don't know, like enough butter, whatever enough butter sounds like to you.
I'm going to throw in there. 1.5 inch knob.
Yeah, whatever you give your girlfriend at night, you know.
Only girth-wise.
How much dick you give your girlfriend is how much butter you want in this pan. So.
Well, people, I need another. I need one of the big squares, unseparated. That's what I need, and then put 2 of them together. Cole's meatloaf contains no meat or loaf. That is a blatant lie, sir, and I will not have it. How dare you?
Who said that? Was that Joey?
That is Joey. Is that salted or unsalted butter?
That's definitely salted butter. I don't fuck with the other butter.
1.5 inches of a 1.5 inch knob.
And then this is brown sugar
of salted butter.
So this is actually going to be like the top layer coating of the meatloaf that we're gonna. I'm turning it into kind of like a sauce to pour over the top of it once it's ready.
Let's say a generous amount.
And if I'm being honest with you, I'm just gonna leave the brown sugar out because I don't know if that's enough or not. I don't know.
That's fine. A generous amount of brown sugar with the butter. The butter to make it a sauce. Make it a sauce. And that's gonna be the topping.
And I'm gonna add like maybe a little bit of water, just to kind of get it kind of going.
Add water to mix, but not dilute. If he waited to melt the butter, we wouldn't have had that problem. But that's okay. We're gonna keep on going, people.
Yeah, but I'm impatient, so
I couldn't tell, Mr. I take a zip. You need like 2 more zips, by the way.
2 more zips, okay.
He's missed 3 sips. You need to chug. Joey is telling you that you are degenerate and you need to drink more. I feel like coming from Joey, it's a compliment. Dino doesn't have to cook. That's why he's married. If he wanted what Cole was eating, he would just be like, Victoria, the meatloaf. Fuck. Every once in a while, I do scale. Well,
meatloaf.
Yeah. Victoria, meatloaf. Yeah, that's fair. She makes a good meatloaf. She wraps hers in bacon. Which
I have never met a woman that didn't know how to make a great fucking meatloaf. That's like basic, like female, like I don't know, 101, I think. So
We try and be all inclusive here, everyone.
Meatloaf,
We
throw
try
the bug out.
we try and be all inclusive, so it is more so adulting 101 as opposed to womaning 101. But yes, that is the
Because
case.
there's not a lot of dudes who know what the fuck even Meatloaf is. A lot of dudes will be like, just beef.
Yeah,
It's
just
not.
be.
All right, I got sausage and beef in there. Okay,
So we're gonna
the
do
right way.
the pork sausage and beef 50-50. Is that fair? That looks like the first
Yeah,
day.
so I'd say.
Let's see. We're going with. All right, we're gonna show some more. We're gonna go beef and pork sausage mixed to your liking. In our case, the amount that we're mixing is a lot. We can only see your back, and you need to take another
I
drink.
know. I'm adjusting the light. I'm sorry.
Even better.
Right. Is that too bright? Yeah, too bright.
It's very bright. Don't worry. Cole is speaking facts. Ironically, I have never met a chick who doesn't know how to make meatloaf. Listen, and men make loaves of meat. It's just how science works, people.
Okay. I think we kind of got an idea here. Okay, so
Yes.
I got a chub of sausage. It's a little bit open. It's all good. It was kept in a sealed thingy. What do you call them? Ziploc. So
Right, because our focus here is not to get salmonella.
right.
Once that's squeezed out, we are going to have you have a drink there, sir.
I'll go ahead and just take it. Fuck it.
That seems reasonable. We're getting him shit faced. It's going to be exciting, people.
Gotta stay on top of it.
Got to stay on top of it. That's fair.
The whole point of this is like me to cook and slowly forget how to cook, right?
Well, it's going to happen at some point. So we have our sausage, our pork sausage, and now we're adding some beef.
All right.
As you can see, it looks like a cup of each.
About a pound of each.
Each or a pound. Either way, it's going to clog your heart, and that is what matters the most.
All right, I'm going to come over here and wash my hands real quick because I'm going to stir up the brown sugar sauce.
Fair enough, as one does.
Give it a little stir because it's sizzling.
There you go. And we see Cole has a ridiculously small whisk at the ready, which is important, and an egg of some sort. That it may be a human egg. We're not sure. Have another drink. There you go.
It's an egg. All right. So yeah, that's the next thing.
Right.
Boom, boom. Throw that in there.
Add one egg without shell.
Yeah, and preferably no shell. Although I've broken enough shells and left it in my food to know that it's not bad for it. And I actually read up that it's actually good for your teeth to consume eggshells. So,
I love of all the ideas kicked around, Meatloaf won out for the next show. There you go. Listen, realistically, all right, we're adding garlic powder.
Now,
garlic powder.
I always add a shitload of garlic to my food. So, like, garlic is about how much you like when it comes to this recipe. However much you want in there, throw it in there.
All right. So everyone knows
have garlic
and
without
onion powder. Okay. We're going to add, let's say, while it was a shitload of garlic powder, we're going to say also a next shitload of onion powder.
About half the amount of garlic powder, I'd say.
A smaller.
Or half the amount of onion powder to the garlic powder.
So we start with a shitload of garlic powder and a smaller shitload of onion powder. Perfect. That is how we're doing this. I love it.
There's not really a whole lot left of my chili powder.
No, that's all right.
Another thing of chili powder? No, I don't. But I'm gonna go ahead and just chop it off a little bit of that. I always put chili powder in my food because I grew up in Texas. You can't have.
That's fair.
Meat without chili powder.
Have a drink while you're
in some cases, mango.
Mango. Okay, so we're gonna say.
I'm not putting mango. I'm just saying it's real good on chili powder is good on mango. Is what I'm saying.
To taste or sadness and Italian seasoning.
Can't have anything that is gonna have tomato sauce without Italian seasoning. So Of course, we have meatloaf, so we're definitely gonna have a tomato sauce. This is
All
black
right.
pepper.
And black pepper. Okay, so we have garlic powder was a shitload. Onion powder was a smaller shitload. Chili powder to taste or to stop sadness from setting in. We're going to set Italian seasoning to taste not gay. That's fair. And then possible mango if you have that available. And also black pepper.
And I always add this to any like beef product that I use. Cumin, tiniest little bit because this shit is powerful. Just tiny little bit.
Cole loves cumin, and he adds it to everything with beef. Just a little bit. Just a little. And we're also going to say coarse sea salt. And may I ask, and that we're going to put a little more than we did of the pepper. More than pepper, but less than Italian seasoning.
And then for good measure, I'm cutting an onion.
Oh, add. How much of the onion are we going to use?
Probably the whole thing, to be honest with you.
Okay, add whole onion, diced, chopped slices.
However you want to do it.
Okay.
I just go the laziest route possible, to be honest with you.
Okay. Cut as you wish into edible pieces. You should take a drink, by the way. There we go. This is not going to go well. We are going to get him drunk. I am out of here trying to get Hulk Hogan on, and Cole's like, bro, let me get drunk and make meatloaf. I feel like we won that conversation there, Joey. That's my personal opinion. All right, everyone.
You get me drunk, I'm Hulk Hogan. What the fuck? I'm a young Hulk Hogan.
Let me tell you something,
Hey, brother!
Okay. Mix. Okay, so you're going to mix in
I'm already starting to forget stuff. I'm a little low on my ground paprika, but I'm going to go ahead and use the rest of that. Boom, boom.
And paprika. Little known fact, people, paprika is just smoked dried peppers. So with that, it tends not to be an irritant to your stomach. So if you want to sub out other forms of pepper and or chili and things like that, if you use paprika, it is actually really calm for your stomach. So you can have all the flavor, none of the suffering.
It's the number one ingredient in paprikash.
I don't know about that, and I don't care for foreign dishes, sir. I'm Greek. Okay.
Isn't Greek foreign to where you're at?
Everything is Greek, sir. Everything.
And you're
Greek.
foreign to me, so shut the fuck up. And then this is probably the last thing I'm going to add to the meat.
Liquid smoke.
A little bit of liquid smoke, tiniest little bit. Boom. This stuff's powerful.
Just a few drops. And then mix with your dirty hands. Mix
I washed them
with dirty hands. I feel like this recipe is going well. Have a drink while you're at it there, sir.
Shit. That's good.
It is good. Well, that's fair. And it actually looks quite like a pretty good meatloaf, too.
What the fuck I'm doing?
Have you checked your topping with the butter and the brown sugar?
Did. It is done.
All right.
You want to take a little bit of a look at it?
Check periodically.
I just took it off the stove a little while ago.
So that took about 20 minutes. Okay, say 15 minutes. Minutes-ish. And take off heat.
Say 15, because I took it off a minute ago.
All right.
A little bit ago.
And while you're at it, take a drink.
All right. All right. So the next thing we're going to do is take a little bit of that fucking fake Pam.
Ooh, fake Pam. That's good stuff.
Like I'm Joe Dierte. The rest of that, man, I'm out of everything. What the fuck, man? I need to go grocery shopping.
Well, hey.
And then we're going to toss that right up in there.
All right.
Get it all in there. All right, and then we're gonna build this in the pan. A lot of people like to shape it to the pan. I don't know. I like it to like kind of do its own thing separately, so all the grease kind of drips out through the side. Because I don't like a greasy meatloaf. If I'm being honest with you.
That's fair. Also, too, on the sides of that, you can always throw in some vegetables, people, and they will cook in the grease that comes out of there. It's a different
Yeah,
way to soften things up.
I'm
Okay.
gonna pan fry my green beans. So
Okay.
otherwise, that would have been a great idea.
There you go.
But I already have an idea for my green beans as it is. That's what we're gonna have on the side. Frozen green beans.
There you go.
I was gonna get fresh green beans, but then I remembered. Oh, I already have frozen ones in the freezer. Fuck it.
While you're at it, take a drink, sir.
All right. And the oven just preheated.
All right. The oven just went off.
Which is perfect. This bad boy is about to go in.
Super duper.
Definitely pat this down. Get it. You don't want to like have it too flat. You do want to build it up, but definitely make sure it's patted in real good. Now, if you don't like the onions, it's fine. A lot of people don't like onions. I fucking love onions.
All right. So
There's that. And we are going to pop this bad boy in the oven.
that goes in the oven.
I'm already forgetting stuff.
Oh, we got to put the sauce.
Put the sauce on it. Pour it
Put
right
the
over the
sauce on
top.
That actually looks pretty damn good. Holy shit. Pour sauce and place in oven.
Throw in the oven for 1 hour. All right. Now, I prepped ahead of time. I made one last night, so that we can just have what we have.
Perfect.
We don't have to wait. You're not. This whole fucking episode is not gonna last an hour and a half. You know what I mean?
That's all right.
I'm not gonna do that to everybody.
While you're at it, have a drink, sir.
Have a drink. All right. About getting time to
Yeah, there you go. Take that thing,
So-
that bad boy to town, sir.
And I always recommend Dawn dish soap after making a good meatloaf. Get all that grease off.
Hands with Dawn to desired cleanliness.
So that ended up being enough sugar, by the way. However much sugar that was, that ended up being plenty.
All right. Well, I already put generous amount of brown sugar with butter to make it the sauce, and add water to mix but not dilute. We're gonna add some more Tito's.
Made in Texas.
Made in Texas, as famous Texans are usually named Tito. Sounds right.
It's made up, but okay.
Well, listen, I don't make the rules. I just follow them, everyone.
I don't make the rules. Sound like my fucking ex-wife. Don't make the rules.
I don't think that's a fair comparison. I'm much better looking, and I don't have any titties. So
You were not much better looking, I'll tell you that much.
how dare you, sir? How dare you? Okay. I am a gorgeous man.
Well, she's a woman, so she already has to beat that standard.
How dare you? How dare in this day and age we're all women, okay? Come on.
All right, so there's a little bit of that brown sugar sauce kind of left over.
Right.
Just like whatever's like stuck to the tray, kind of a little bit of the pan, whatever. I'm gonna put that on low and take my tomato sauce. And can opener.
What kind of tomato sauce was that? Show it up again.
Whatever.
Just tomato
brand.
sauce. All right. So on low, add can of tomato sauce.
Jesus Christ. So this tomato sauce is gonna be more like almost like a dip.
All right.
Served in like a sauce tray or whatever. You're gonna take your meatloaf with your fork and kind of, put it in there, almost like how you would a sandwich with like au jus or something. Most people like to bake it over the top. I don't like how like sticky the tomato sauce gets. So I like it like cooked normally,
All right.
like you would a spaghetti sauce or something.
So I'm documenting this, saying that in the remaining sauce from that we used with the brown sugar, we're going to add a can of tomato sauce, put it on low heat to reduce, so it can be a dipping sauce for the thing. We're going to add garlic powder.
We're pretty much gonna add the exact same flavors that we did to the meatloaf for the most part. This is ground oregano, so get a little extra oregano flavor.
Garlic powder, oregano. What is that one? Italian seasoning?
Black pepper.
Ground black pepper.
Italian seasoning.
Italian.
Where's my drink?
seasoning. You should and take another drink while you're at it, sir. Maybe take a big one. There you go.
I took a big one.
Even better. Just so everyone knows, Cole likes big ones.
Big titties. Big ass. Onion
Both.
powder.
Onion powder. Onion powder. And we are ramping up that tomato sauce to be full of flavor.
And I'm going to throw in a little bit of lemon pepper. I like to throw that in my tomato sauce.
Lemon pepper added.
If there is tomato sauce that I made, there's going to be lemon pepper. I don't know why. I just like the two flavors.
Use tiny whisk to mix.
Now, I'm not going to add salt to that because the lemon pepper had salt in it. That was like a cheap brand of lemon pepper.
Correct.
So
also, too, so people know, when you buy canned tomato sauce, it does already have preserves in it, which would be things such as...
Well, that's a no salt added tomato sauce. So
it was
buy it that way.
I think
I don't like to buy stuff with salt in it already. I just don't, because I like to control how much salt goes in my food. Because I'm sensitive to salt. So I added probably about the same amount of butter I added to the brown sugar sauce.
Yeah.
To this tomato sauce. And that's just going to kind of sit there and simmer. So the meatloaf is mostly done.
Excellent.
And now?
That whisk looks like it's going to fall, but okay.
What whisk?
Or the ladle? Yes, there we go. Please do that. Thank you.
Well, if something doesn't fall while we're drunk cooking, what's the fun?
That is a fair point. And while you say that, please have another drink.
Okay.
All right, and now we are adding another knob.
I've had to take a piss for like half an hour.
Oh, you should have done that before, sir.
I did.
Oh, well, now we're going to have a real problem. So, add another knob to
be all right.
pan for green beans. Are we adding any spices to the green beans or just the green beans alone?
The only thing I like to add to green beans is salt for the most part.
All right.
I'm going to use this like pink Himalayan stuff because it's fancy. And it comes with thyme and rosemary.
All right, so let's go.
And I did throw butter in there.
Yeah, I said add another knob to frying pan. So Himalayan.
And these are frozen, so there's going to be a decent amount of water in these green beans when they're fucking kind of doing their thing. When we're just going to like drench that down. It's almost going to be like a steamed half fried ordeal. I added some butter. But throw the flavor in there now.
All right, so we added another knob of butter to the frying pan for the green beans. We have added Himalayan pink sea salt with thyme and rosemary to taste as one chooses. Now,
and it could be just regular salt. Like I was just being pretentious right there. So,
how dare you, sir? Have another drink while you're at it. You look like you're thirsty. And if anyone is following this recipe, they are in for a delight.
And I definitely spilled some of that brown sugar salt or sauce in on my pit. I just broke my fucking. Hold on.
All right. Joey says you need parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Well, we already have rosemary and thyme in the green beans, sir. And say
Parsley.
he
I
is
got
not fighting a demon.
Italian seasoning.
Italian seasoning does have parsley in there, and it'll have some oregano. Then we have some crimson and clover. Sprinkle it all over and over. I think Joey is trying to hijack your recipe, sir.
Well, he can fuck.
Well, then there you go, Joey. Now you know Cole does not like the taste of your meatloaf. However, he
There
does.
we go. Okay.
Listen, then
I don't know what I did, but I've been drinking long enough to almost break my camera stand.
listen.
But we're good. We're straight now.
Whatever you've done, it doesn't make a difference because up until now, I forgot and had us both the same size instead of me smaller and you bigger. So don't worry, we're good. Yeah, and put some Irish sauce. We're adding the Irish sauce regularly, sir. Don't worry. Don't be alarmed.
Now, yeah, it might get a little smoky in here because I totally dropped like brown sugar butter on top of the element on my oven, or my stove rather, that I'm cooking the green beans on.
Perfect.
So that's the thing. But we'll let that come to temp. And then we're gonna add the supplementary. I thought about getting real tomatoes, but I was like, fuck it, like whatever. I already got a shitload of canned goods in my thingy. Diced tomatoes. I like tomatoes with my green beans, like little diced tomatoes. They're also really good in black-eyed peas too.
So once the green beans have sautéed.
Yeah, once the green beans are pretty much done, that's when you kind of want to put the tomatoes in because the tomatoes will get overcooked really quickly.
Add a can of diced tomatoes.
Now, if it seems like I know what I'm doing, even though I've clearly been drinking a lot, that's because I used to go to work drunk all the time as a sous chef.
Hey,
and drink throughout the shift.
Have another drink while you're at it.
If it seems like I don't know what I'm doing, then that's probably because I'm drinking.
There you go. If anything, blame the alcohol, everyone. What's happening, Mick? We are cooking meatloaf with green beans and some tomato sauce. It's very exciting, but please follow along. After this episode, everyone, I will be putting the entire recipe as I've documented it here with spelling mistakes and everything in the YouTube, so it'll be fine.
I splashed my face.
Well, sometimes that'll happen. Tomatoes are violent. That's why they're acidic.
So that's what that feels like, getting hit in the face.
Listen, if you're going to do it to other people, you might as well have it done to yourself. That's just how science works, people. You have to be...
It's like cops, right? Where they like tase themselves or whatever. Oh, that tomato got in my fucking vodka.
Well, listen.
It's now a vodka sauce.
It's now a vodka sauce. That's how that works, people. While you're at it, take another drink. So, having a drink every minute is way too much.
That's 6. Once I'm done with that, that's 6, bro.
I'm just telling you, you're gonna finish that meatloaf and enjoy the shit out of it. So.
Oh yeah, we're gonna see me eat that, right?
Yeah, well, why not?
Which reminds me, I gotta take the old one out. It's about getting done.
That's probably accurate. And then check on everything else.
Oh yeah,
perfect.
I say old one. I made one last night for those who were watching.
So, for people to understand, we have one already prepared with the magic of YouTube magic, officially. That's what we have here, YouTube magic.
So I'm kind of sauteing the green beans still. They're starting to come up the heat. A little bit of butter. Sauce is starting to simmer real good. I'm making a mess over here.
That will. All right, guys. So we have that ridiculous ladle that is in there, and we have these are just coming down to temperature. And if anyone wants to see Cole's beard, that is it, up close and personal. Oh, there we go.
I was trying to see if I could turn the camera, but I don't think I can.
Yeah, that's probably for yeah.
I was trying to see if I could flip it, but on TikTok, I know all you old fucks hate TikTok, but TikTok you can.
Yeah. It's good to see Cole's found a place for your lost weight, Dino. Oh, Mick. No wonder it's Cole versus Food Night. Listen, if anything, that's not really nice, but
I think people are always surprised when they find out I can cook. They're like, "What? You know, like life skills?"
that is also, I was also surprised by that. Also, his house was relatively clean. It was quite nice. It was a very nice treat, and he's a real person. He had a car with gas,
Well, the breakthrough.
and seats. It had seats. It definitely had seats, and
Yeah, backseat.
and a back seat. Yeah, not that we were in the back seat. Let's stop there. Let's be reasonable. I didn't see the back seat. I did pretend to lie down in there once, but that was just for jokes. It was not.
You
was
lied
not-
back in my seat.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just keep on going, okay? The
Why were
point
you in my
is,
car without me knowing?
I didn't invite anyone in there. I was just taking a break and wanted to kick my feet up, just see if I
mean,
could fit. Okay.
with the exception of you being married, otherwise I wouldn't have a problem with it. I'd be like, whatever, man. The dude's coming to another country getting laid. Whatever. I'd do the same thing.
Why would I? That's not what happened. I just this joke has gotten out of hand. That's exactly what's happened. Okay. It was a funny joke, and you've made it sour. Thank you very much, sir. In the meantime,
Well,
so we have our sauce is coming to temperature. We have our green beans are being sauteed. Did you
I
want
like my green beans to kind of get toasty, like a little bit of charring on it. So it really, this is kind of mostly what you want to do.
Right.
However you like your green beans. I am going to add a little more salt though to it.
That's a great idea.
Because it's as it steams, some of that salt like evaporates. I think I don't know the science.
Definitely not, but we do know that there was Himalayan pink sea salt with rosemary and thyme, which means he's adding pretentiousness to his green beans, which we all know makes green beans taste better. That's fair. Okay. And our tomato sauce, yeah, you're gonna need another drink there, sir. And
I need to make another drink.
You need to make another drink too. And are we saying that your tomato sauce is coming to proper enjoyable temperature?
You see it?
It is. Something's happening. That is a huge ladle. That is a ridiculous. If anyone would like to sponsor this show, we would buy Cole some more cooking utensils
You can
because
only
his ladle
steal
is
so much from restaurants. Okay.
well, and realistically, that is definitely a restaurant ladle.
It was. I took it.
Absolutely, that is only reasonable. Let's just be happy.
I got hotel pans. I got trash bags still. I got a whole thing. I got like a 5-pound bag of Dawn dish soap.
Listen, Dawn dish soap is just great for use. Okay, and just in general, people. So, right now, I will be adding the recipe to the description, everyone. So please feel
smoky as shit up in here.
If there was no sperm whales in the ocean, where would salt come from? It's salt water, not sperm. McT, I think you need a little bit. Maybe you should go back. Maybe do they not teach that in London? You just been eating sperm for no reason, sir. You don't need sperm from whales. You just need salt water. That's all. You've been gurgling.
Did you know that fish are considered the dumbest animal in the world?
I don't think that's true, but okay.
It's true. They're the dumbest animal in the world. That's what's considered by science. I don't know. I don't know science. I don't follow it. It's not my it's not my religion. But
if anyone was asking, science is not Cole's religion.
Scientists say that fish are the dumbest animal in the world, and I think that the ocean is salty because of how much they cry when we call them dumb.
Well, you heard it here, guys, that the water is salty in the ocean because fish cry because we called them dumb.
Tears are salty if you didn't know that.
If you didn't know that morsel of knowledge, you know it now. Why don't you have another drink there, Cole?
I gotta make one.
Well, let's do that first.
Okay.
If anything, it's as if you need a sous chef there, just pouring you drinks constantly. In every restaurant, and that's how we know things are going to go tits up. It's very exciting. That is almost done. Oh, Jesus. Well, so now you know, Mick, it's not because of the sperm that you've been drinking, but it's the sadness of fish.
Tears. Sadness of fish.
The sadness of fish makes the water salty. There you go. And Cole's going to be messed up. You can't divine dumb fish from watching Finding Dory. Can't we though? In actuality, what we find I think
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
that is not bad advice. Also, if you're drowning, keep on trying to swim too. Like you just pull the water towards you. In the great lesson of John Wayne, just slowly try and reach the water and pull it towards you. All right, we're adding diced tomatoes to our green beans to get them all. We're gonna add some char to the green beans with that knob of butter. We added the Himalayan pink salt with rosemary and thyme. And now we're adding diced tomatoes to reduce into some good, enjoyable green beans as a side to our wonderful meatloaf. More Himalayan sea salt because we add pretentiousness to everything we do. That's how God intended.
Well, yeah, a little tomato. You want to add a little more salt, and then
it's to balance out the acid.
Realistically, that's done. You just want the tomatoes to be hot. So, like whenever those are warm, it's good to go.
Fair enough, everyone. That's what we're gonna do.
So I turn that down to low.
All right, we're just gonna keep it warm, and our tomato sauce is going okay.
Yeah, tomato sauce is just about done. Everything's just about done, to be honest with you.
It's very exciting, and you already took out the heated up.
The reheated one. Yep.
I feel like I've gotten drunk. You should have another drink, by the way. We are close to. I may be drunk just by osmosis here, people. So it's very exciting.
Yeah, I think we planned for this to be half an hour, and it's clearly looking like an hour.
Well, that's okay. Sometimes we just have to enjoy ourselves, and that's how the cookie crumbles. Or in this case, the meatloaf manifests.
I have never been able to knock out a meal quickly, like cooking-wise. I don't know why. It always takes me a while to make something.
Ladies, you heard it here first. Cole likes to take his time in whatever he's doing, and that is how the ladies like it.
You see me blink with two eyes?
Hey, listen, the only thing sexier than a one-eyed blink is a double-eye blink, and that is how you pick the ladies.
It's double the commitment.
It's double the commitment, double the passion, double the romance. Come on.
All right, I'm gonna get a fancy plate out.
Listen, there you go. Dunno what USA Canadian meatloaf is over there, but here it's mince, onion, and pastry rolled up. You add pastry to everything, you fat bastard. Okay, listen. You people need to figure out that pastry doesn't go on everything. Okay, just keep your biscuits in your pants. Absolutely. There we go. That's something. Sure.
There's a light. I can't do anything about it. I don't know.
That's all right. We're gonna eat in the darkness. That's fine too.
Well, I'm not gonna eat right there. I'm just prepping my plate.
Well, now we know. And just in case nobody wanted to know, Cole has taken his hat off multiple times, so everyone knows it's not a Ratatouille situation. He is cooking of his own volition with the power of Dragon Ball Z. That is what the hat is, and that is how you get powers. Okay.
All right. Tongs.
It's important to have the
restaurant industrial tongs. I tell you, I took everything. Took the whole fucking place with me when I quit.
That is the cost of doing business with Cole. He's going to steal your kitchen utensils.
Don't hire me and then be a dick.
That's fair. That's buyer beware. Okay. I'm not sure, Mick. I don't feel like you have to add pastry to anything. A meatloaf it's called meatloaf, not meatloaf Wellington. So we are adding the sauce, which, as we said, was tomato sauce with various spices, which I will have listed in the description, and knob of butter to make it flavorful.
Hey, if I take a picture of this and send it to you real quick, will you be able to upload it?
I should be able to. That shouldn't be a problem. Give me a few moments, and I will make that happen.
I'm going to take a picture of it real quick. So I got two phones because, I'm a king.
Well, let's say he is some sort of king. Maybe, all right, come on, internet. Let's make this happen.
There we go, no shadow.
All All right, come on, Cole. Where's that picture?
I'm taking it. All right. I am looking for you. Sending it through Facebook, right?
Yep, that's fine.
All right. All right. I just sent it.
All right. Wonderful. All right, everybody. So give me
Go ahead and turn
one.
everything off because it's still cooking.
That's a smart idea.
That's the cost of drinking and cooking, bro. Sometimes you burn shit.
Mick says LOL. And let's just go here, and so the results, everyone, was from Hammered in Cheese, episode 1, Meatloaf. We have the final product is green beans with diced tomatoes, meatloaf hook, and some dipping, let's say, marinara sauce.
Pretty much marinara, yeah. That's it.
Hey, and now you know we have mastered the art of cooking, and if anyone has a question, they can kick rocks, because what we here have is some sort of cuisine. Now, Cole, how about you let us know how the first bite is?
All right. I'm gonna.
If I would walk up to big titty broads like, hey,
Bro,
babe,
he
do you
is
want
gone. He's worse
some
than
coal
me.
in your stocking? And by coal, I mean my dick, and stocking is your pussy. Well, that's fair. Victoria says fancy.
Delicious.
Good. All right, there we go, guys. So we have, this was the final product, and the first bite is delicious. So now we all know that that's how you cook meatloaf. I'm going to add this recipe as I've documented it in the comments or in the description. So in the meantime, feel free to check out sniffing glue _22 on YouTube. Dino the Genetic Marvel right here on YouTube, and those are for everywhere else as well. Please like, subscribe, and even if you can, feel free to reach out to Joey and tell him that we're funnier than he is, just so he knows as well, because let's be honest, he's 6 sheets to the wind, and now we're enjoying dinner. So it's been a wonderful experience. Cole's definitely a little bit inebriated.
This is so good.
Well, it's after that much Tito's, everything tastes good, and that is how you cook, people. So in the meantime, as I said, we have enjoyed this. If you have a recommendation as to what you would like us to cook next time, we're going to try and come back next Tuesday with another recipe. So feel free to mention us in the comments or message us directly. If you don't have our direct line, that's your problem, not mine. So feel free.
This is so good.
It's fantastic. In the meantime, guys, this has been what do we call this? Hammered in Cheese, episode 1. Now you know how to make meatloaf. Have a wonderful evening, and we will be back next week. I already have dinner. Well, Cole recommends that his cooking is best, just so you guys know. That is how you cook, people. Or that is how you cook. And English toad in the hole. We're not making English food. We're not some sort of crazy liberals over here, sir. We fight the power. So, all right. Cole, you got anything to say before we sign off?
This is really good.
There you go. 6 times. If anything, it's 6 thumbs up from Cole, as he cooked it himself, and you could take his word for it. So now you know. And
wait till we get to the steak episode, bro.
It's gonna be something. All right, guys. Have a good night and enjoy your dinners.